Genshin will never be cancelled as much as I wish it could be, okay? This is a PSA to anyone who is a fan of Genshin, because you're not doing shit, okay? Hoverse does not care about you, and also, if you agree with me, like the video, comment if you agree or disagree with what I am saying. Also subscribe, dislike the video, do whatever you damn well please, alright? I just want to get a message out there because some people truly think that Hoyoverse is a small indie game company and they care about the people that they deliver their product to. They don't, is a lie. But as you can see on the screen, 100,000 signatures. This amazing milestone shows just how many of us care. Your support can now make a real impact. We're gonna leave that. Let's keep pushing for action and keep signing, right? Boycott Hoyoverse, representation matters, 100k for change. If you don't know what this is in regards to, it's in regards to the whole whitewashing of all the characters, the new area, I've already forgotten the name of it, Natlan, you know, being filled with just white people, and yeah, all around just, I would say being culturally insensitive is probably like the best terminology for
where
it.
The impact from Genshin Impact came from Lamau.
Yeah, making an impact for 100k signatures. But let me show you why this is dumb for several reasons, okay? Let me show you why this is just absolutely brain dead. I want to pull up the petition, if I can find it. And then I want to also pull up the Genshin monthly player bases, because people seem to think this is a good thing. Like, I mean, look, they are going for a good thing, but there are so many reasons why this is pointless and delulu more than anything, okay? All right, supporting gaming petitions. Okay, can I find the change.org petition? Does your account have the... Oh, you do. I found it. 103,000 of 150,000. Let me just quickly read this because I'm genuinely curious. So we call on miHoYo to stop cultural appropriation and whitewashing in the games, to commit to respectful and accurate representation of all cultures. Inspiration.
Signing these signatures is about as impactful as the Wanderer Cat incident. Change is literally nothing.
You gotta bring up the Scaramouche, dude? Come on, dude, that was crazy. But yeah, miHoYo, a leading development company, has repeatedly taken inspiration from indigenous cultures without proper representation and respect. In particular, the many characters from Sumeru, Natlan, and Genshin Impact from the Pandacony Star Rail are all clearly white, or only slightly tanned at best, with the exception of some enemy NPCs, which have sparked concerns of racism among players and indigenous communities. The problem: cultural appropriation and whitewashing perpetuate harmful stereotypes and diminish a rich cultural heritage in indigenous communities. These practices not only misrepresent cultures, but also contribute to ongoing marginalization and disrespect. Okay, look, this person's either, you know, semi-decent and cognizant in writing, or this is straight up ChatGPT, bro. This sounds so robotic, no? This sounds so robotic. Anyway, besides the point. The solution: we urge miHoYo to engage with indigenous cultural consultants. I don't know what I don't understand if this is like what they want, like a dream, like a landscape, or if this is a genuine, we expect this. You know what I mean? This is never going to happen. It's just not. Revise existing content to ensure accurate representation and commit to creating diverse and inclusive characters. I would love all three of these to be put in the game, right? I would absolutely love it. But with that being said, guys, you need to get real. miHoYo is a company who does not care, will never care. They're appeasing one audience only, and that is the Chinese audience, because that makes them the most money. That's a direct response from what they put out, because it is intranational, not international. It is local to them. That's all they really care about, guys. I've been saying it for years. The Hoyo American offices are nothing short of a shell for just hiring voice actors and ChatGPT PR stuff that you'll be seeing on Twitter from the English Genshin account, Honkai Star Rail account. Act now! Sign this petition to demand that miHoYo takes immediate action to address these issues. If we act now, we have a chance to make a difference before Natlan's release. Okay. Share this petition with your friends, family, and social networks to amplify our message. Thank you for your support. Together we ensure all cultures represented with respect and accuracy in gaming. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. None of this is going to happen. We can all believe and want this to be a thing. And as much as I would love this to be a thing, miHoYo is just a dog shit company, ethically speaking, and they do not care and they will never care. I appreciate the gesture that they want to push this and make this like a huge message that they're going to change and be better and force their hand, right? But even if you had all of the Western community quit, and I'm not kidding when I say this, there's still 10 to 15 million that will be playing in China minimum, and they're still making more money than they know what to do with, right? They got 4 games now, because Endless exists. They're not going to make changes for nobody. If you remove the Western community from all of those games, they would still generate that much money from their own direct market to give a shit. They would never care with the game if you if you genuinely expect change, because you're not going to be getting it. It's the cold hard truth. I hate to splash the cold water. I hate to be the skunk at the garden party. They're never going to change. They never will. Companies only care about money, and if you still play the games, it doesn't matter. Exactly. Okay, this is going to sound super controversial, but like, does skin color matter if the character is going to be arguably the same? You got to understand the perspective they're coming from, right? It's the location and what the location represents, right? Natlan is very reminiscent of the, you know, Latin America, like Brazil, and, you know, people indigenous to Brazil, they're not like me, okay? They're just not. Right? It's the aspect of like, oh, if they made something after America and, you know, made all the characters like Chinese or something, people would be like, why are you doing that? That's not what's in America. And the same thing goes for like Australia and that kind of thing. If it was all white people in Australia, that would send a terrible message. It's the point of they're modeling after real life locations, and they're not trying to keep it as traditional as they perceive it to be. So that's the main issue, right? It's purely a misrepresentation thing, and it is a massive problem, but this company will never change or be different to make a solution. Also, I find it crazy, bro didn't even link it. Okay, wait, I'm actually just realizing they didn't even link the goddamn... They didn't even link their own petition they're bragging about. So that's something. Yeah, but like, look at these comments, right? So this is from the main account. This shows like commitment to demanding respectful and accurate representation for Hoyoverse, but our fight isn't over yet. We need to escalate efforts and ensure our voices are not only heard, but acted upon. About that, I have one quick thing to show you as to why this is pointless. So I'm not here to argue whether or not what you believe in, whether there should be representation, whether what they're doing is fine, whether it's not. I think it's definitely weird, at the very least, that you inspire such a new area for, you know, from a real life location, and you just fill it full of white people. It's kind of funny in just a fucked up sense. But you have 100,000 registrations, right? 100,000 voices strong. Congratulations. 62 million, 63 million almost. Month on month on month on month, okay? You have barely affected 0.1% of the player base, right? The game itself has over 100 million downloads on Android, as well as iPhone. So there's that. If we're not even talking active monthly players, people who check in and check out and are part of the Genshin kind of interest and hobby, right? We're talking like 200. So you've barely affected 0.01%, maybe less. And the biggest delusion about this, right, is even when you look at when we got the Nightland information, which I believe was May, maybe even April, maybe before that. Do you see any drop off? Oh, you see a little bit of a dip there. Wow, 59 million. Guys, boycotts of games that are this big are straight up impossible. It also doesn't help that you are still playing the game. I don't think people understand. Most people who are signing these petitions, people who are very, very upset, they're not quitting the game, they're still playing it. Do I need to mention why that makes no sense? You know, it's like, how can you be so, just blind is probably the best word, right? Because you're still consuming the product and still giving the product your time of day when you're boycotting it, signing signatures and doing all that kind of stuff. And as you can see here, oh wow, a 4 million loss. Yeah, that's a huge effect, right? That's definitely from Natland. 59 million. Guys, even if you had a 50% boycott and every single person, you know, stopped playing, did their thing, quit the game, there is still 30 million players on this game. You cannot cancel, change. You can express your anger for sure, and I highly recommend quitting the game if it bothers you that much, but don't expect a billion-dollar company to really give a shit. This is the delusion. Like, these billion-dollar company game developers, they're not your friends, you know? Maybe indie devs for little RPG games and like the pirate softwares of the world, they will hear out very small things and they will action and make changes, and they are the good people in the industry. Hoyoverse is not, right? Now, I am saying this at the top of my lungs whilst I play Honkai Star Rail, but I'm not trying to boycott the game, quit the game, rant about the game, explain how it is just a giant heaping mess and load of dog shit. That's just not who I am. I am gonna play the game because I enjoy it. I don't play Genshin anymore because I was over the bullshit, but everyone who says that agrees that it was weird and they were doing it, have been making Genshin content to this day. Exactly, right? And if you look at the YouTubers as well, which I think is a great segue to mention and talk about, they don't stop. They express their disinterest, but they keep going. They just do. I don't get why people think they're gonna make changes and gonna make differences. We've been around for long enough to kind of see they don't give a shit, but we continue playing because the end product's what we really want. Don't expect the people that you never see, never talk to, never hear from, companies with no community managers, companies with no real direct output, and people who straight up just paywall like an online service like Genshin fucking Cloud. Don't expect them to give a shit. There's not really like a main point to what I'm trying to say in the video here, other than Hoyo's not your friends. Don't pretend and convince yourself they're going to make changes, because they just aren't. It's not in their blood, and they don't give a shit. They don't care about you. You shouldn't care about them. Play games that you enjoy the gameplay of. Any political affairs that are going on in the midst of all that, just get out of there. That's my opinion. I've been clean of Genshin for about 3 years now. God damn, does it feel good. Okay, but yeah, if you have any other opinions, differing opinions, please comment below. I'd like to be interested in hearing it. And also, like the video, dislike the video, subscribe. All of that is very welcome. I am not vain, and I don't see a dislike and believe, oh hey, you know, I am that person is wrong and I am right. Hey, look, you can disagree with me all you want. Just let me know why. Just so we can all get on a better speaking terms for the page, right? So, with that being said, goodbye YouTube. It is that time of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.